Hello, everyone. This is the Insert Title Show, and I am your host, Wolf Strife. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Revelations. This came out in 2011, and is a pretty good game. It's not my favorite Assassin's Creed game by any stretch, but it's a pretty good one. Again, the main character is Ezio, and I'm a big Ezio fan. You do get to do a couple of things as Desmond, but those missions, I mean, they're kind of interesting, but they're just weird and just kind of a pain in the ass. I really just did those for the achievements. Yeah, I mean, those missions basically just kind of give you the background into Desmond and, you know, where he comes from and I don't know, how he thinks and stuff. So I guess they're not completely worthless, but I just don't really care about Desmond. But you do also get to play as Altair, which, I mean, Altair was a lot more likable in this game than he was in the first Assassin's Creed game. But, again, those missions were kind of just blah, blah, blah for me. But, I don't know. Maybe if I played the Assassin's Creed PSP game that had Altair in it, maybe I would have cared for him a little bit more in this one, because I think there were a ton of plot points and stuff in that game. Not even sure what that game was called, Assassin's Creed Bloodlines or something. I think that's where he meets his wife and stuff, so maybe I would have cared a little bit more if I had played that, but I don't know. I mean, I still have my PSP. I guess I could get that game. I mean, there are some other PSP games I always wanted to get, like that Final Fantasy VII prequel. I always wanted to check that out. And that 300 game looked maybe okay. So, I don't know. There's still some PSP games I want to get. But, yeah, I'll tell you it was okay. I mean, at least the game showed what happened to him, ultimately, unlike what they did with Ezio, but I'll get to that later. The cool thing about this game is that it takes place in Constantinople, or as the Turks call it, Istanbul. And that was kind of the only reason why I wanted to play the game, oddly enough, was just because of that. Because I really like Constantinople and all that stuff, like the Eastern Roman Empire and all that. So it was kind of cool running around here. It's not a big city in the game. It's probably one of the smaller ones, actually. But it's got some cool stuff like Hagia Sophia and a couple of other places. I don't remember what the hell they were called. But yeah, just running around was pretty cool. The costumes in the game were really cool. Like the Janissaries looked really cool and stuff. So yeah, the costumes were really, really cool. If they tried to have a movie look like this, cha-ching. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good game. The gameplay was kind of cool. I mean, same old with Assassin's Creed stuff. But in this one, you do get a new weapon, the hook blade, that lets you do some interesting stuff. Like it helps you climbing, and it lets you zip line on ropes and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And also, you get to capture cities and stuff, and you also get to have assassin dens around the city. And they can be attacked, and you actually have like a mini game called the Tower Defense game or whatever. That was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun doing that. It was just after a while, though, I was like, okay, this is distracting me from the game. I want to beat the game, so just let me get back to the main game. So that's what I did. The story in the game was okay. I mean, the game doesn't really have a main bad guy until you are about, I don't know, 85% through the game, and then when the bad guy is revealed, you're like, oh, it's that guy. Okay, whatever. I mean, it really was just a very underwhelming, I don't know, revelation. But yeah, I mean, the story's okay. Ezio's a lot older in this game, and he's still charming and pretty funny. I mean, he's not old Snake, but, you know, old Ezio's pretty good too. And we get to meet the love of his life, Sophia, I really liked her as a new character. Yeah, I really liked Sophia. She has a very nice smile, nice rack, and she loves books, so what's not to like? I really enjoyed the moments between her and Ezio. So that was pretty cool. The graphics in the game were really good, like especially the people in the game looked a lot better than they did in Brotherhood, I noticed. Like Desmond even looked really upgraded, and Ezio looked completely different. And the cinematic graphics were still really good. I mean, this is probably the best looking Assassin's Creed game on the Xbox 360. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I would say it looked better than Assassin's Creed 3, but I don't know. It's been a couple of months since I played that. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by how good the graphics were in this game. Maybe the graphics just really sucked in Brotherhood. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty good game. I think I like Brotherhood more just because it kind of had a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the bad guys were cooler and stuff. And just you got to do more cool shit in that one, I thought. Like Da Vinci's weapons and stuff were pretty cool. In this one, you're kind of just running around Constantinople doing stuff here and there. I mean, I enjoyed the tower defense game, but man. The ending of the game I didn't like too much, basically because it didn't show what happened to Ezio at all. He basically just retires from the assassins and that's it. And then it just shows Desmond waking up after his, I don't even know what the fuck that was. He was like in a coma or something. And the game ending with him basically finding the cave that you start off in Assassin's Creed 3 had and stuff. So it wasn't really a good ending whatsoever, but whatever. Some of the characters in the game were okay. A lot of them I just felt were throwaway characters, but you do get to meet Sophia, like I said, and I liked her a lot. And you also get to meet a young Suleiman the Magnificent, and he was, for what he was okay in the game. Oddly enough, a couple of days after I beat the game, I was just doing on Yahoo, checking out news articles and stuff, and I came across this article randomly that some archaeologists in Hungary think they found the long-lost tomb of Suleiman the Magnificent, and I was like, what the hell? that was kind of weird. So that's kind of cool. They think they found his tomb. I didn't know that he died in Hungary. I guess I looked into it. He died of dysentery or something while on campaign, so yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a good game. The setting was cool. The time period was cool. And, yeah, I mean, I really like Ezio as a character. Unfortunately, the game doesn't really show what happens to him, but that's why they made the movie Assassin's Creed Embers. And I talked to Oompy and my nephew, who have both beaten this game, and I was like, hey, have you guys heard of this? And they're like, no. I'm like, what? Basically, the reason why I found out about it was because I was so pissed off that the game didn't show what happened to Ezio that I went around looking to find stuff, like on Assassin's Creed Wiki and stuff. I'm like, okay, what the fuck happens to Ezio? Because he's never mentioned again in any of the Assassin's Creed games or anything. So I found out that Ubisoft made a movie about what happened to Ezio, and so I watched that, and it was actually pretty good. I mean, kind of sad, I didn't really feel too satisfied by it, but it was pretty good. I mean, it was a lot better than the endings to Mass Effect 3, so yeah, I guess I'll give it that. But yeah, overall, this was a pretty good game. I don't know what would have made it better. Maybe just a more compelling story overall, and having a cool antagonist would have been nice. But yeah, overall, I think this was a good game. Oh, and one other thing that I liked a lot was the collectibles in the game or classic books. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like you could run around and collect or buy, like the Odyssey, the Aeneid, the Iliad, Marco Polo's book. Just all these classic books from the time period and even from ancient times. So yeah, that was really cool. And I actually, after beating the game, went on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and actually am planning to buy some of these books that I have not bought yet, like the Canterbury Tales and I guess Marco Polo's book and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a cool feature. So yeah, I mean, overall, I like this game pretty much. I mean, yeah. So if If you want to check it out, check it out.